Now, going over to the political part podcast, you have Kamala Harris saying that she's against deportation and for amnesty, which, yet again, the copy-paste methodology for Democrats for decades, which, again, historically speaking, has worked for them. They keep getting elected left and right. Now, this comes to us thanks to Benny Johnson on the good old X, or as 3 people now call it, Twitter. Let me know what you call it in the comment section. He says, quote, breaking, Kamala Harris comes out against deportation and says she supports amnesty for illegal aliens. Which, yep, that's probably why they let the border more open than Walmart pre-pandemic when it was open 24/7. Used to be a proper country. Now they close at 8 p.m. Really, Walmart? Shame. But nevertheless, looks like she's attempting to speak on, what was this, MSNBC? Yeah, at least the reporter did suit up, as all men should. And maybe I just love her speaking because it makes me look so eloquent in comparison. Granted, the bar is quite low for my speaking ineptitudes, but let's go ahead and see what she has to say.
Right now, we're talking about border security, and there's nobody, no Democrat, talking about pathway to citizenship, an immigration relief, and the benefits that migrants bring to this country.
Oh, but there's no question that migrants bring. America is a country that was built in part by immigrants.
But people are concerned about their TPS, their DACA, we're talking about mass deportations.
I'm not talking about.
What do you stand on mass deportations? What's your stand there?
We need smart, humane immigration policy in America that includes a pathway to citizenship.
Right now,
but see that her ears are partially obstructed by her hair. She's wearing those same ginormous Volkswagen-sized earrings that suspiciously look like audio gear. Maybe. But I'm not sure. I mean, she sounded inebriated for a little minute there. What was that? Was she waiting for, was the reception not good?
But there's no question that migrants bring, America is a country that...
Migrants bring America? Well, no, America is a place. It's already here. I'm not sure what she's saying for the most part. But, yep, looks like, and again, this isn't necessarily news in terms of Chuck Schumer said this a couple weeks ago in terms of, Democrat policy, but it is relatively new that she's saying the quiet part out loud. So if she wins this time, I mean, if there aren't mass deportations, many people suspect, like California, with their illegals that have come in throughout the decades, the U.S. would just be blue one party forever. Now, this didn't go as viral as I thought it would. It gave about 200,000 views and 9.4 thousand likes. One of the first comments coming from Chuck Costello saying it's ridiculous, getting 142 likes. You also say Absent Insight saying, and there it is, Trump just won over moderates, getting 138 likes, which, yeah, I think he's going to win over more and more moderates as we get closer and closer to the election. Shepard Wright says, another reason to vote for Trump, getting 61 likes. Paul Zupa says, who would vote for this other than illegals, getting 76 likes, which, well, Democrats would. But they have for decades. I mean, it's kind of a cliche at this point, but the immigration policy, quote unquote, of the United States has basically been no southern border. Every couple years, Democrats will give up, I don't know what they give up, really, something, so the Republicans look good for a New York minute, and then they'll, they'll say, oh yeah, maybe we'll spend a little less money, and the Republicans will be happy for a second. They can tell their constituents, oh yeah, we cut the budget by 1/1000%, and in exchange, we just amnestied, millions, billions of illegals, which is unfair for a lot of people who are trying to get here legally, going through that process. Going down more and more. You have Province 76 saying we can't let Kamala win, getting 59 likes and accompanied with a picture of Trump. Malkinator says that's it. A fork in her. She's done. Getting 25 likes. Let's see here. Kane Global says the plan worked in California, but now it's about to be rolled out to the rest of the U.S. Not hyperbole. See, even I cannot speak articulately most of the time. That'd be a fun debate in the comments. Who has worse speaking articulation, Kamala Harris or myself, or Biden? Be a rough conversation, or it'd be a rough debate for the 3 of us. But in all seriousness, if you take the moment to subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. I have a theory: when I first started the show, basically no subscribers, and yet as I slowly but surely gain more subscribers, I've been better at speaking. Granted, the bar is quite low, but these days, I mean, when I first started, I had basically monotone. I spoke even faster. Yes, that is in fact possible. And I stumbled over my words, similar to Joe Biden trying to climb up stairs. It's quite embarrassing. But as I slowly but surely gain subscribers, I've become more articulate. So if you go ahead and click that button, I greatly appreciate it. And it'll fuel my theory that someday we'll get through an entire episode perfectly speaking. Just need enough subscribers to click that button. And tell your enemies and tell your friends. Who knows? Your enemies might be so irate they might become even greater enemies, where I guess you can poke the bear in that regard. or they might become your friends. You never know. Now, going back what Harding Global was, well, what he was saying, I was trying to actually articulate. He says, quote, "This plan worked in California, but is now being rolled out over the rest of the U.S. It's not hyperbole. The Democrats are working on a one-party government, aka totalitarian government. Lord action, quote, power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. 1887, unquote, gained 27 likes. James Jeanette says she's now saying that it in the open what they have accused of being conspiracy theories for, that they want a great replacement. Gained 49 likes, which yeah, instead of conspiracies, I like to just call them previews. Right Away Press says a great example of why Harris really does interviews, getting 75 likes, and yeah, there's a reason they didn't let her get in front of the camera for months and months. Guns and Golf says, meanwhile, the updated electoral map has Republicans at 394, Democrats at 144, which that's pretty optimistic. I mean, I just because the U.S. has become so politically divided, and so many people are just bugged in, like, you have people that'll vote blue no matter who, which is mentally vacuous. You should always have a good candidate that at least have something you support in terms of, articulate ideals or a proven track record of policies. Many a couple people on the far right who also will say, well, they don't say it to the NPR level or the NPV, non-programmable player, non-programmable player. You know the meme. But I don't think we'll ever actually have like a landslide victory in the United States again. I mean, this map has, well, obviously, it has Republicans winning Michigan and Wisconsin, which, I mean, Michigan for decades have been blue in spite of the fact that they really don't make the state better throughout the decades. I mean, it's not inconceivable, but it's a very optimistic map. But let me know your thoughts in the comments if you think how accurate you think this map would be. That did get 11 likes. Let's see here. We also have Ken Tech saying, "Tell me otherwise, I'll wait." And it's a picture of Kamala. It says, "Kamala Harris is the first candidate to be entirely created by the media. She has no record of accomplishments. No one voted for her. Her popularity was in the toilet just a few months ago. Nothing has changed except now the media is pushing her on the people nonstop." True. That got only 8 likes. Let's make it 9 likes. Deserved more than that. Because, yeah, I mean, media was even roasting her when Biden was still running for office. And as soon as they forced Biden out, yeah, all of a sudden, yeah, they tried to make her appear personable and articulate and brilliant overnight, which, yep, it's not quite working. Which I did a fun poll on the YouTube, in the community thing. And yeah, I actually asked folks, who do you think has better odds of winning? Would it be Biden or Harris? And 75, granted, is a small sample size. I think 20 people voted, but overwhelming more, 75% said they think Biden had a better chance of beating Trump than Kamala does. And after seeing her perform the past couple weeks, I can't but wonder, are some of the Democrats and the deep state, worried, or are they regretting the fact that they pushed Biden out so unceremoniously? Probably. But yeah, not too many contrarian statements, and Lord knows I'm scrolling down to the bottom to see if there's any. It'll be interesting to see at the end of the day. I mean, what does the average American think in terms of? Do you think they really agree with these policies? I mean, they have not worked in decades, and I don't see how it's going to boost our economy. I mean, just national security alone, we're having literal gangs take over whole apartment complexes in Colorado, and I mean, we're starting to see that literally allowed illegals to cross the border who are previously convicted of crimes. I mean, crimes against women, crimes against children, murder. It is ridiculous. But let me know. I mean, will this maybe get her more votes from leftists, or people are more left-leaning? Do you think that? I mean, how do you think this will affect the average independent voter? Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.